like to call to order the Planning Commission meeting for the Culpeper County Planning Commission meeting for the month of January, starting the new year. We welcome everyone here this evening. At this time, the first order of business is to, we'll turn it over to Planning Director, Ms. Harris, if you would take over from there.
Good evening. Your first order of business tonight is the election of your chair, followed by the election of your co-chair, and then you will move on to the regular meeting schedule. So I would open it up to nominations for a chair for the year of 2026.
I nominate Sanford Reeves.
Second.
Any discussion?
Move to close nominations.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Welcome back to the chair position.
Thank you so much, and I thank each of you, as I have done in the past, for your vote, and I look forward to this year. Each year seems like we go through different challenges, and but yet at the end we all, if we don't agree, we have as a commission have always learned to go with the majority, and we go out of here every meeting. That's something I'm proud of, is that no matter, even myself, we're not gonna, sometimes that one vote makes a difference, and when things don't always go your way, you got to understand that it's a purpose behind it, and I commend you all for the way we handle ourselves, the integrity and the morals that we have, and I think the community appreciates that also. And one of the key things that we do is giving the information to the board, is to review these things, review the applications that come before us, and give the board some tools to work with before they have to make the final decision. So I have really appreciate and acknowledge the growth of the newest commissioners that we have on board. You all have grown, and we look forward to you all continuing to being able to express your parts, so that we can get the full knowledge of everyone's as we make our decisions. And tonight I do want to, before we go to that, is to welcome John Eggleston to our Planning Commission, a place that you are familiar with, okay?
Yes.
And have trained a lot of us at one time or another. So we welcome you, and we know that you're going to be a positive and an asset to us. Let us also keep Brother Lance Kilby in our prayers, and that God's willing, next month he'll be, with us again. And I know that he appreciates the prayers that we've already sent out. The next order of business is to elect our vice chair. And the chair at this time, entertain a motion.
I'd like to nominate Ms. Thornhill for the vice chair for 2026.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, probably moving second. Any other discussion? Being none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, likewise. Congratulations.
Thank you, but I don't have a speech.
You don't have-
I didn't realize you had
covered
to.
it.
Anyway, thank you all for your support.
Yes.
And I hope 2026 goes as smoothly as I think that 2025 went. We had a good year. We looked at a lot of cases, and I think we made the decisions and passed it on to the board, and from there they took it on.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. And Ms. Harris, Denise Harris, we get to call you Ms. Harris at the first meeting. After that, you're Denise. Okay. But we welcome you on board, and we look forward to some great things with you, and working with you, and helping to lead and guide us in the direction to make the best decisions of send the applications forward to our board. So welcome, and I think it's our new in this your guest that you brought tonight, Denise. Okay. And we haven't met yet. And your name, young man?
Chris Waring.
Chris Warren? Okay. And Harrison's position is?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
principal planner. So
Okay. Oh, man, you got some shoes to fill, my brother. Okay.
I'm
But,
looking forward to it.
but we do welcome you, with us also, and all of the positions that you have, from, Pam to Morgan and Neil. We do respect those positions, and the information that you give us does help us to, do our best to give the board what they need. So welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Welcome
Thank
aboard.
you, sir.
Okay. All right. And I think is our new county attorney here? Is that who's sitting back in the corner? That's not? Okay. All right. Well, is that who? No. Okay. I had a birthday since the last time, so my glasses, the prescriptions change and all that stuff. And plus, I haven't seen the person yet. So, but we do want to make sure that when we have a guest in the house, or when these new positions are filled, we like to acknowledge it here on the Planning Commission. So, there won't be a check in the mail for you this time. Okay. All right. So you were close. All right. Now, we'll move on, and, as we know that our meeting this evening is more of an organizational meeting, and so at this time, we're going to go ahead and approve the minutes from our November 12th, 2025 meeting. We received those and have read through them. So Chair, entertain a motion to receive the minutes.
So moved.
Okay. Second?
Second.
We don't have to vote on that. We'll put that to record. Now, the 2026 meeting schedule, I think that's the first item. So we'll turn it over to Ms. Harris.
Yes, sir. At your organizational meeting, you adopt your meeting schedule for the year. What's proposed is your current meeting schedule, which is the second Wednesday of the month at 7 p.m., but it's open for discussion if you would like to revise anything. The only difference is the month of November, which has you meeting on Thursday, November 11th, because of Veterans Day.
Okay. All right. And you need our approval on that?
Yes, please,
Okay.
because then we publish this and post it for the year. If it changes at all over the course of the year, of course, we can change it closer to the date.
Chair, entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
All opposed likewise. Draft is approved.
So next up on your agenda, you have the draft Planning Commission goals for 2026. They do mirror what has been in your previous annual reports for 2025. If you are all right with these, we can go ahead and place them in your draft annual report for you to review next month. Or we can take suggestions on how you might like to revise them.
Any discussion? Chair, entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. So next up on your agenda, you have your Planning Commission members' updates. This is where you're able to go around the dais, and if anyone has any updates that they want to share, we can do that.
Okay. Does anyone have any updates?
On what?
On, anything that, yeah, anything
Anything
that
you wanna talk
from a
about?
standpoint that you have,
Okay.
rather from an organizational standpoint.
Okay.
Anything,
don't
you want
have
to change the meeting dates or
Okay,
the
okay,
times
no.
or anything like that? Advertising, anything like that?
Advertising? No. But
Okay.
how about conversation, maybe that we go ahead and add the TV to some of our work sessions, which I know you don't like, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. And, in that particular.
Just for transparency, because the public, sometimes those work sessions are very informative, and I think, tend to, be professional in them, so what will it hurt? to
One thing
come up?
I wanted to definitely share with the planning commission, and we don't have to really go into in depth at this particular meeting, but one thing I just want you, and I think I called all of you, and but one thing I just want you to understand is I never said that I didn't want to have or wouldn't allow or any work sessions. We've had work sessions before, Maroon, and when we were at Eastern View High School when COVID was going on. And there are some, once the applicant has presented everything to us, then yeah, yes, when it later, that's a situation where we might. It's just, some of these work sessions before we even have the application or something like that, to where it's strictly an opportunity for us as a commission to hear it. If we want to ask questions, we can, and but that's what that was. And I agree with you 100%. Some of these larger cases that we have had, it's only fair that and we want as much input from the community as we can possibly get. But that one specific one we had before was the applicant had asked, but wasn't even an applicant yet. So we didn't know exactly what to take. And when the county attorney does start, that is, and you can count on that. I am going to talk to the county attorney. When we have new commissioners on board, and we're in a situation where you can make comments that can be used against you, at some time. So I just want to make sure that we are always covered from a legality standpoint. So, and we'll take that further. Okay.
Yep.
We'll take that further. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'd just like to make a comment, and this is a discussion I had with Ms. Harris when we met earlier last week. And I guess I asked her if we could possibly have a get-together with the Board of Supervisors, at least semi-annually. There were several issues that have come up or things that the board passed down to us to take action on that I think would have been easier to do if we understood rationale and so forth. And I think a meeting with the board to kind of get their perspective on some things would be a good thing. That's my perspective. So I'm tossing that out to see if anybody agrees with that, disagrees with it, whatever.
I agree with that because I don't like to be blindsided. And sometimes they sent things to us that were a little bit of a surprise. I don't want to say all the time, but once or twice, I think we had some things that were a little bit of a surprise, and they didn't want to make the action on it. They wanted us to do it. So they shipped it down here, and that really wasn't as fair as it could have been. We should have had maybe a joint meeting with them or something first.
Just to kind of give you a little insight on that also, you all just mentioned that, and I just met with Chairman Underwood yesterday,
Oh.
actually, and I brought that up.
Good.
And he likes that idea. I think that was something that even some of the board members would like. And also, I mentioned to him, we had before, and I think John might have been not the administrator, but the planning director at the time. We had a joint meeting with the town, and I think that's still something that would be good. If it's just one time a year, with that. But I would like to. I think that's a good opportunity, or would be a good opportunity for us also. So that is being looked into. So,
Good.
okay. All right. Okay. See, I don't just sit home and twiddle myself. Okay. But no, that's very well received. Anything else? Okay. All right. I think, let's see, the next item, Ms. Harris, is
the staff updates.
members' updates. Yeah, the updates we have here. Okay. I got to get used to this agenda too. A little bit.
Before you is the annual real estate form, that
Yes.
disclosure form. So if you all would please sign that and get it back to Morgan at your convenience, that would be much appreciated. You brought up the county attorney. We do have a county attorney that is going to be starting at the end of February.
Yes.
She did indicate, even though she's not starting till the end of February, that she may try to come to your February meeting and be able to sit in the back and listen and be part of that. For your February meeting, there are a number of things coming up on the agenda. You have your annual report, which we'll bring forward in draft form to you. But then you also have 2 work sessions for discussion. One is that the Board of Supervisors ruled that they would like to have you look at energy storage for a zoning text amendment. It did go through the Rules Committee, and now they're asking the Planning Commission to look at it. So what staff would propose is that we bring it forward to you for a work session, let you look at it. But ideally, what we're probably going to recommend is that you become familiar with it, but not take any action on it until after this General Assembly concludes, because there are a number of legislative bills that are being introduced in the General Assembly. And so we should know by March where they're at in terms of if they're changing any types of enabling legislation or mandates for localities. The second item for a work session is an application for solar that you have discussed before, but what we'd like to do is bring it back for a work session, do a factual, this is what the state code is at now, this is what the county has adopted in the meantime, and then allow the applicant to just give any updates they have, so that everyone's kind of on the same even playing field, and then we can bring it forward to a public hearing in March when the county attorney is in fact on staff. Yes, sir.
So will we get any information to review prior to that work session, or will we just get information in real time?
No, we will provide to you what we have to date, but the actual staff report and staff analysis will be part of the public hearing. But we will be providing to you what we have to date. And then the next item is the annual CIP review. The Board of Supervisors is going to be holding a March 6th meeting with the county administrator to go through budget proposals as they stand at that time. So they would like a recommendation from you all as to your feelings on the CIP. I don't believe there's going to be many new items, but my understanding is the department heads come in, they present to you, and it can take some time. So it's up to you all if you would like to have all those items on one night, one evening, or if you would like to add a second meeting just for the CIP review.
We had discussed that earlier, Ms. Harris and I think Cindy, we were just briefly talking about it, and I had looked at it as, since we're going to have so much on our agenda for our regular meeting in February, that we do plan, like we had done before, plan a separate meeting just for the CIP. Morgan normally polls us with some dates based on what we might decide here, like the better day to do it on Tuesday or Thursday, because we meet on a Wednesday, but like a Tuesday or Thursday may work, and then you poll us on some dates, and then we will come to agreement and go ahead and have the meeting. Those meetings also, we never start later than 6 o'clock for when we have those special call meetings, okay? We like to get in here, get it done, and okay. And I think somebody's bell is ringing at home. Somebody's at your door. But anyway, that's where we would. That's the way we like to handle it, and if there's no problems, we like to keep up with it anyway.
Absolutely. And would you like 6 o'clock, or would you like to explore a different time that's even earlier?
I think 6 gives us everybody a chance to
Finish
do what
our
they
work
need to
day
do.
and then do
Yeah.
it.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Some of us retired. Well, one of us retired. The rest of us work. Only 2 of you and John. So, okay.
So I have a question about that.
Go ahead.
So allowing the Planning Commission to review the CIP, we seem to be good listeners. We listen for 3 or 4 hours. but we have no impact on our, even our feedback. The people who stand up there, I feel for them because they go through the effort, and it's like we're the practice before they go to the supervisors, but we don't really even have any questions and so forth. So I'm wondering if we can expedite the process by letting those people know that, you know, a brief overview is better than a detail of line by line.
Yes, and one of the best practices that I've talked to some of you about is if you have reviewed it already and if found it in conformance with the comprehensive plan, you may not desire to look at it again. And that can expedite the process as well.
I don't know what everybody else
Yeah,
thinks.
but I think it's, I understand what Ms. Thornhill is saying, and we can still, I think, expedite it, but it's good to, from those departments, as we make other decisions throughout the year on, you know, different things that might come before us, that, you know, Parks and Recs, for example, is one I really like to know, you know, what's going on. With that, that's almost how we kept interest when it came to the pool over the years. I know John remembers that one. That's how we got some of those things. So, you know, we can help them also with some input that we can give. But like Ms. Thornhill says, you know, how long they are is another thing. I think, you know, it could be briefer in some situations.
Thank you.
I mean, anyone else have, Ms. Thornhill and I talking here, but, okay, but I think that's,
I'll just say, after 16 years, I've got time to listen to every department and tell me every detail they want to tell me. And I'm glad to be here to do it the whole time.
all right, okay, all right. And for the newer commissioners, I think that's, that helps them a lot, you know, with knowing some of the areas that, you know, what's going on within the committees, you know, within this community. So you know, if it gets to a point to where, you know, when we say brief, we don't mean to come and say hello and, you know, and this, but
I need
those
10
budget
million.
items that they're going to be working with that year is really, you know, good to have details on that, I think, especially for the newer commissioners. So, all right. Okay. All right. Anything else? Okay. Do you have anything else for us, Ms. Harris?
I do not, thank you.
Okay, remember this is the last time, you Denise next time. Okay, all right. And I want to let you know too, the staff that you have that has been with us, Pam and Morgan, when Morgan sends us something and says that it's due, it's due. She don't have to remind us that it's due, it's due. But Pam, you know, the knowledge of the GIS is, you know, just, you know, awesome. And Neil is just in a whole nother category by himself. But we watched him grow and really grow in his position. And you know, you got a good team to work with. You can only go up. Okay, you can only go up. So, if we don't have anything else, Ms. Katie, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Okay, do we have a second? Second. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.